Bar Stool Sports.
Titus, Brandon Walker, Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Wednesday, May 15th. Connor, May the 15th be with you.
Thank you, Mark.
We are live from Chicago, and we are here to talk to you about
Jägermeister.
56 botanicals.
So many botanicals.
Ice cold shots.
Ice cold shots.
0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn! That's cold.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
that was good.
Trying that out. Damn!
You're fired up.
That's cold. About Jägermeister? Yeah, goddamn right I am.
Wherever you're at, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the mostly sports stuff, call the shots. Make sure they are ice cold. Make sure they are 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mhm.
If your bartender brings you some Fahrenheit in your Jägermeister,
Slap him in the fucking face.
I was gonna say, just send it back and ask for
Oh.
an ice cold shot. But whatever it takes.
Take him out in the parking lot and kick the fucking shit out of him.
Cheers for frosty 0 degree Fahrenheit shots of Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold. And remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister, the Court, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Master Jägermeister, U.S., White Plains, New York.
Damn! That's cold.
What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
The Pacers have given up their right to bitch about the officiating when they just come out sometimes and just play no defense. And Jaylen Brunson, this is the bigger one. 2 days ago, Big Cat, and he's been talking about this list for a while, Big Cat went on, I believe, with Pat Bevan-Roan. He talked about his superstars list, and he was right in some senses. Embiid, Luka, Giannis, Jokic, and then LeBron, KD, and Steph are the three fading superstars. And you had Brunson, superstar adjacent. I think he's now making a run like this in the playoffs, scoring 40 points for the fifth straight game.
Mm-hmm.
Bona fide superstar in the league. Bona fide. He's like the guy in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? He is bona fide. He's got prospects.
Okay, so is he making a case or is he?
Nope. Case made.
The case has been
made.
Okay.
Now, I do get a little dubious when somebody says, oh, he's out there on one leg. Like, he's playing basketball.
He's got 2 legs.
He's got 2 legs.
I was watching.
I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, my God, he's fighting through this crazy injury. Like, he missed about 12 minutes of game time. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure he's fine. But he's got the team on his back, and I think that's the biggest difference in this series. The Knicks' best player is playing like Superman. The Pacers' best player is playing like he doesn't want to be there.
What are we solving by figuring out if you're a star or superstar?
Nothing.
Like okay?
Nothing.
Okay.
Not a goddamn thing. But boy, will we talk about it, and I'll talk about it all day long. Hell, you know what? I guess I.
Yeah, go ahead.
Later in the show, we might have some extended superstar talk. Is all I'm telling you. It's all I'm telling you because we do obsess over basketball superstars. We might have to figure out baseball too. Like how many are over?
Oh, just do all the who are the superstars in professional sports? Right?
I mean, listen.
Let's do
we
it.
might have a show.
Let's do it. All right.
We might have a
we
show.
Can do it.
Go ahead.
No, I agree with you. Jaylen Brunson is very good.
Yeah.
He's a great player. I don't know enough about what goes. I don't know enough about everyone's algorithm for superstar. What goes into it? Is it just a feeling? Is it like?
I think it's a feeling. I think it's a moment too.
Is it like what who was the guy who said porn is you can define it, you just know it when you see it? Wasn't that like a senator or some shit?
Maybe, I don't know.
You don't remember that?
I don't really.
I thought there was like some.
There could have been.
Now we got our first assignment for the Couch Boys.
Mm-hmm.
There was some like
early work for you boys.
Some guy in government was like trying to
porn.
like ban porn or some shit. And
Was
then
it
someone's
Ted
like,
Cruz?
"Well, what is porn?" And he was like, "I mean, you know it when you see it. I
Uh,
can only define it by saying I know it when I see it. It's basically if my dick gets hard, it's porn. If it doesn't, it's not."
Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart
I have no
in
idea.
1964.
It might have been that. Yeah. It
Yeah.
might have been that.
That's what you type in.
Yeah.
You
What
get that.
what was his last name?
Stewart. Potter Stewart.
Potter Stewart.
As in Harry.
Stewart?
No. Stewart.
Stewart.
Like Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
The NASCAR driver.
Whoa.
Tony, what's his name?
Tony Stewart?
What's he doing, Brandon?
Oh, you know what you're doing.
No, I don't.
Brandon, what's he doing?
This is crazy.
Brandon, what's he doing?
What?
Stewart.
Stop.
How am I?
Stop saying the name.
The person on an airplane.
You shut up, Ebo. You shut up.
I'm just trying to fill in the color in the lines that he's
The
drawing.
lines are clear as day here.
What's he doing, Brandon?
Why are you doing this?
I don't know what I'm
Are you
doing.
having a stroke?
Stort?
Stort?
Stort? S-T-O-R-T?
Stort? You mean the bird that brings babies?
How are you saying it?
Stewart.
Stewart.
So first of all, it's a 2-syllable word. Stewart.
So like Stewart Little.
Stop.
Stop, what's he doing? Brandon, what's he doing?
Don't do
Brandon,
that.
what's happening? This isn't funny.
Literally, I'm not doing a bit. I've
can't
done
tell
this
if
my
this is
entire
on.
life.
You might have to leave.
I've done this my entire life, and nobody's ever pointed it out.
That can't be true.
Patrick Stewart, whatever.
No shot.
I swear.
What's he doing, Brandon? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
No shot.
I
No shot.
when I said that name, I wasn't expecting to bring the show
Well,
to a
when you
screeching
said-
halt.
When
but
you said,
Potter Stort.
I thought it did sound like a Harry Potter character at first, Potter Stort.
Potter Stort.
But I knew it couldn't have been Stort. I've never heard the word Stort.
Stewart?
Stewart.
Stewart.
All right, all
I've
right.
never heard everybody
I-
else say like John Stewart.
I thought I was saying it the same way.
I got a question, Connor. You go home and your mom makes you a soup, but she cooks it longer and it's thicker. What's that called?
I don't. We never cooked soup in that. I don't know what you're talking
What's Tommy Pickles' father's name?
about.
Finer. What's Finer's first
Stewart.
name?
Stewart.
No. What's Finer's first name? What do we call him?
Stew. Yeah.
So you can say it there.
What is that on the wall?
What's this?
That's
Uh-huh.
it's a painting.
It's a piece of
Art.
So you can say that word too. Take stew and art.
Stew art.
Now soften the art a little bit.
Stewart.
Oh my God, dude, what is going on?
I didn't want to do this.
I didn't either. I don't know what just happened.
I don't want to do this today. There's like a record, a small amount of silly on this sheet. We were just going to talk ball.
Is he doing this on purpose?
Oh.
Is this a Connor?
This
Is this
is
like a Connor heat check of some
We
sort?
might as well get. If Mook is in the building, we need to come hear him say museum because it pisses me off too. And this is maybe worse.
Sorry.
I will dabble in museum. I will say the Z sometimes. But that's not.
You
that,
know what you've done.
No. This is just how I've always talked, and I apologize.
Don't deepen your voice when you explain that to us.
No, I wasn't trying to. That was more like a sheepish, like, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. That's just how I've always said it.
All right. Who was the Supreme Court justice again?
It was Potter Stewart.
Does that like that physically hurt you?
Yeah, it did. Potter Stewart.
My God, where were we?
I don't want to be here anymore. I
I
don't.
either, dude. This is the most unsettling thing.
I didn't think it
I've
was that
ever experienced.
unsettling. I just thought it was how I.
Stort.
The way you said it.
Because like
Stort.
we all have dialects. Like we all say things a little bit differently. You have accents and all that. He said a completely different word.
He said a completely
Different word. That's what
He took out a whole syllable.
I think. Mook saying museum versus museum.
Yeah.
Like that's just a little bit different.
Yeah. He said a completely
Going
different
Stewart
word.
to Stort. Stort.
Stort.
All right.
No, Mark. No. You will acknowledge that you did wrong.
Yeah, I guess now. Yeah, when you say it like that, yes, I was wrong. But nobody's ever checked me on it for my
All right,
24
you've been
years of
checked.
existing. So you guys are the first. I'll do better.
You've been checked.
Yeah, I just think
Anyway, Jaylen Brunson porno. I forget what we were talking about.
we were talking about Jaylen Brunson and the Knicks and how he is the
He's a superstar.
he's a superstar and he is making that leap and he's putting in. I mean, I'm not stupid. The fact that he's doing it in New York helps his case a lot,
Yeah,
but he is doing it.
I would agree with that. If he was on the Sacramento Kings, how hard? How hard? Or he would still be a superstar. He would still
Yeah.
be that good. How hard of a push would there be for people to be like, please acknowledge that he's a superstar? Why won't the rest of you acknowledge that he's a superstar?
No
one would give a shit.
one would give a shit.
No one would give a shit.
The guys on Inside the NBA would act like they don't know him sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
Who he play for?
yeah. but he is doing that, and they've got a very defined team of who needs to do what. Like Hartenstein does exactly what he's supposed to do. Josh Hart is just a menace that plays every second of every game and is turned into a great third best player, second best player, whatever it is. But really, I think it's more about the Pacers. You've got a chance.
Yeah.
You've already almost won in that building. You know it's going to be tough to win in that building. And they just came out bad from the start. They gave up 38 points in the first quarter. You're going to be chasing all night, and once you're chasing all night, you don't play defense in the first place. If Halliburton's not giving you anything, which he's not, I think he shot 8 times last night.
9.
9 times. I mean,
9 times?
Nine times.
5 of 9.
9 times?
9.
He doesn't.
He doesn't get it.
No,
What movie is that from?
Oh, I thought you were doing trying to get on me for my accent again, or how I say it.
No.
No.
9.
It's not about you, Connor. It's not all about you.
9. If you tell me what it is.
It's too early for you anyway.
Yeah.
It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, that was in Chicago. Should we do Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go to an art museum.
Yeah, I've been to that. That's a great art museum.
Really?
The
art museum.
The Institute of Art or some shit.
And then they went to a parade and sang Twist and Shout.
Yeah, that one's gonna be hard to pull off.
Yeah.
What go to a
parade?
Cubs game.
What parade was happening during a Cubs game or during a day that had a Cubs?
That had a Cubs game.
Because the St. Patrick's Day parade would be in March.
Yeah.
Could he have done all that in one day?
I don't know. I'm sure there's some article from the internet in 2011 that broke it all down for us.
Do we know where he lived? Did he live in which suburbs? How far out did he live?
I don't know. These are questions I was not prepared for this morning.
I told you last night. I sent you the sheet.
I didn't do my homework. Fucked that up.
All right. So speaking of superstars, Jokic just cooked Gobert all night long.
Yeah, I had one more thing I want to say.
Go ahead.
The Pacers Knicks, because I've not wanted to say this for a while, and I've put off saying it for a while, because my beloved Pacers, it's tough. I don't want to say it. I didn't want to.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I'm biased. I don't want the Pacers to be this way, but I know what I've seen, and I can't deny it any longer, Brandon. I have to say it. I have to say these words into this microphone.
Oh my God.
The Indiana Pacers are a finesse bitch team. They're a finesse bitch team. And I've known that they're a finesse bitch team for most of the season, but I've tried to deny it. I've tried to just hope that it would solve itself throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to not focus on them being a finesse bitch team and focus more on how deep they are, how fast they can play, how exciting they can be when they're scoring a lot. But I can't deny it any longer, and I would not be doing my job if I didn't acknowledge that they are in fact a finesse bitch team, and that's that. And Dante DiVincenzo even said as much.
Dante DiVincenzo can't be the guy that's exposing the lack of toughness on your team, can he? He's just out there punking them, and then he says they're trying to be tough guys, and that's not their identity. Nobody's going to fight in the NBA. Take the foul and keep it moving. You're not a tough guy. Now that's a great description of NBA basketball.
I know. I love that. I love that he was attacking the Pacers, but he actually was just attacking the entire league. He's like, we're all making $20 million.
Yeah.
We're not here to fight.
Fucking relax. That is a great description of the NBA across the board. I think Ebo, you might have taken a slight L last night. So Neesmith, your middle linebacker. He got his ankles broke.
Yeah.
If he's getting his ankles broke out there, how's he going to meet the running back?
He might not be a cover linebacker. He might be an edge rusher. I mean, we might have to switch positions.
He's still going to have to go head up against a running back every now and then.
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to have to make plays in spaces.
Yeah, I mean, we can drop him back in zone maybe, but yeah, man-to-man on a running back looks like a
when you look at a guy and say, "Oh, that guy looks like a linebacker," you're not talking about dropping back in a coverage linebacker. You're talking about going out and hitting somebody.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be a linebacker.
I think I want a position change. Can I switch his positions?
What are you gonna move him back to in the back end or?
No, I want his hand on the ground.
Oh, you're putting him on the line.
Oh.
Yeah. I want to put his hand on the ground.
I don't know if he's big enough.
He's like 6'4", 6'5". 215, 225. We can add 10 more pounds, make him a quick little edge
put a little
rusher.
weight on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they are a
the
finesse.
Pacers are
You're right. They're a
bitch
finesse
team.
bitch team.
And this was my fear.
But they were
Entire-
in October, November, and December.
They have been all season.
But the way they played and you can be a finesse bitch team in the regular season because you can
Right.
score 150.
Right.
But the Knicks aren't going to let you score 150 in the playoffs, and they don't have a second gear. They don't have another tool in the box.
Right. And it was on display against the Bucks when that should have been a very quick series with Giannis being out and then Dame's out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Bucks had no business making that as competitive as it was. But the Pacers are a finesse bitch team.
Mhm.
And they let the Bucks, I mean, not that it went to 7, but they let them
They
hang
let the-
around way longer than they should have.
They let the Bucks players throw basketballs at their crowd.
Yeah. Same thing with the Knicks. That the Knicks are depleted. Everybody is hurt on the Knicks. They have 4.5 guys that are healthy. Nothing about the current state of the New York Knicks says we should be beating the Indiana Pacers by 30 in a pivotal playoff game.
Yeah.
And the Pacers are like, well, it just wasn't our night.
Yeah. Just
But it's the playoffs, and you can't just shrug your shoulders and say it's not your night. You have to make it your night. You have to find something deep within you and say it is our night, actually. But they're content with like, fuck, not our night.
well, it is a weird series, and the first 3 were all could have gone either way. They were down to the wire, and then the last 2 have both been blowouts. In both directions. I kind of think Game 6 will probably be a blowout in the Pacers' direction, or at
Pacers.
least they'll win comfortably. And in Game 7, who the fuck knows? But yeah,
Yeah, the Pacers aren't done with this series.
no, they're not done at all.
I just keep like when you watch them in Madison Square Garden, they're mentally weak. They're just like they
For that
they-
reason,
they
I
get
think the
broken.
Knicks-
They don't have the killer instinct as a team. They just don't have like the and I said it earlier this week that I think the Garden's worth like 7 points every time the Knicks play there.
For that reason, I think the Knicks are a much better matchup for the Celtics because the Celtics could just mentally destroy the Pacers.
Yeah.
And I don't think they can do that to the Knicks. I think they'll be better at basketball than the Knicks, but I think the Knicks will at least hang in there, and that building will
That's
get
what like the
built.
Celtics. All things being equal, the Celtics should beat the Knicks by like 20 every single game. But I will get to like Knicks fans. I will pay enough attention to what Knicks fans are saying that I will get talked into believing that just Madison Square Garden alone and the way the Knicks play will put Tatum and Brown in the torture chamber, in the mental torture chamber, where because that's just been like the Achilles heel of Boston
Mhm.
for a while now, is that they have all the physical tools in the world. They just don't have like a killer instinct. And I'm lucky I don't gamble a ton of money on basketball because I would probably
Yeah.
take some chances on the Knicks just because like the Knicks fans are like, no, when we're not losing in the Garden. When Boston comes to the Garden, we're gonna motherfuck them,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna steal one in Boston. We're gonna beat Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, and that's how it's gonna work. And I'm like, you know what? That's a recipe that makes a lot of sense to me. And then Boston will win in 5.
Yeah. How about that Knicks fan on Twitter that was like, you guys said the Pacers were going to win. I don't think we ever said anything like that.
No, I said the opposite. I've been saying it for. I said the Pacers are weak, are mentally weak, but they are fun. Yeah,
I might have
never-
said that.
We might have said that the Knicks look like they're out of gas when they lost by 40 in Game 4.
And Brunson was hobbling. Anything on the Nuggets other than the fact that they have just righted the ship?
Everything on
They're
the
gonna win
Nuggets.
the NBA championship.
Everything on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are. The Nuggets are very fun. The Nuggets are. I think one thing that we haven't really talked about that kind of flown under the radar is what if the Nuggets flipping the switch and getting it back was just a matter of getting healthy and having a long break, because they played games 1 and 2 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because the way the NBA scheduling worked, like the T-Wolves and Nuggets both made quick work of their first round games or their first round matchups. So they didn't want those guys to like sit around for a while. They didn't want the I think there was like a scheduling thing where like there was going to be a Saturday or a Sunday where there would be no NBA games, so they made them play game 1
Yeah.
before like other series were.
And then they gave them a Tuesday.
But then they
Friday
gave them
break.
a ton of time off so like the other series could catch up. What if it's just as simple as that? Jamal Murray's hobbled against the Lakers. He had like the calf strain going on.
Yeah.
He's playing a lot better lately. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just as simple as like the Nuggets got a long break to reset, and as it turns out, they're really, really fucking good.
Well, I hate to give myself credit, but obviously the Nuggets had a little bit of a hangover from that hard-fought series against the Lakers.
Very competitive.
I felt like it went 7 games.
Yeah.
So yeah, there probably was a little fatigue, and then you get up against young legs like the Timberwolves who are just ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
They reset themselves. They take a break. They have the 3 days off. They go to Minnesota. They get it right, and now they're just cruising again. And I think the scariest part is they're not really even. not all the Nuggets are in the right direction yet. Like Michael Porter's been awful the last 2 games. They're getting nothing out of him offensively, and yet they're still. Aaron Gordon's doing what he's doing. Jokic has returned to what he's doing, and Murray's giving you what Murray gives you. They're a great team. They're fun to watch when they're really going. They're just scoring.
I love that Jokic every so often is like, you know what, tonight I'm just gonna score like crazy, because he's not really wired that way to go out and try to get 40 every night.
Yeah.
But every so often there's one game where he's like, fuck it, I'm scoring every time down the floor, and it's so fun to watch because he's so good.
Now I know
he cooked Anthony Davis in the first round.
Yeah.
And now he is obliterating Rudy Gobert.
So I know he cooked Rudy Gobert all night long, and I know he put him in the torture chamber and everything. There was a clip about 4 minutes ago in the fourth quarter. There was a clip this morning I saw, and I think it was from a Barstool account saying, "Oh my God, he's got Rudy Gobert in the torture chamber," and it's literally Jokic standing at the top of the key. He leans forward one step, kind of jabs a little bit, doesn't do any move. Gobert's right there, and he puts that ball behind his head and shoots it. There's nothing any defensive player could do. Guy's 7 feet tall. He's got the vision. He can throw it anywhere he wants to.
That's not true.
What's not true?
Get a hand in his face.
A hand was in his face.
No. Crawl into his. No, you get
the hand was in his face. That's what
fundamental. On the catch, close out, both hands up.
But the hand was in his face.
And then you come down, and then you have right here. Yeah. And then he goes to shoot.
But
you're right here, and you're right here, and you're right here.
But here's what I'm saying: the hand was in his face, and he's still. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Watch this. What's he gonna do?
No.
What's he gonna do?
No.
Man in basket, right?
Guys, what's he gonna do?
Man in basket, right?
Yeah.
They didn't even make a move. He just stood up and shot.
No, put his hand in his face.
The hand is.
No, it's not in his face.
That hand's right.
Titus, also a great point. This is only a one-handed closeout from Gobert.
Also,
he should have been closing with two.
Close with two, but then also you're going up against a right-handed shooter, so maybe use your left hand because he's gonna shoot with his right hand. So maybe challenge with your left.
My overall point is that's if a guy's doing that, just dribbling right to your face and shooting a three. And it's unblockable because it's way up here. What are you going to do? That's how good he is.
There's no one in the NBA that can defend him.
Yeah.
I think in my lifetime, the three best players I've seen in the NBA are LeBron, him, and then Curry. And I don't know who the closest fourth is, but I'm very comfortable saying Jokic is the second best player I've ever seen play basketball.
Wow.
I'm very comfortable. I never saw
if Rudy Gobert is in fact the best defender in the world, and we're going to give him the Defensive Player of the Year, and you know like nothing about the NBA, nothing about any of these guys, and that was the first game you ever watched. You just turn it on, and you're like, so tonight we get the maybe the most skilled big man ever versus the Defensive Player of the Year, and you watch that, you would be led to believe that they should never give a Defensive Player of the Year trophy ever again. Now, I'm not saying that there's someone out there who's better than Rudy Gobert and would have been able to shut down Jokic, but Rudy Gobert looked like he could not be more lost defensively. He had zero answers, and it wasn't just on that shot. It was like Jokic was having his way every time down the floor, doing whatever he wanted to.
Yeah. Well, that's what's scary about him is he's got the whole bag of offensive arsenal, and then as soon as you throw a second guy at him, or as soon as you do anything special to him, he's whipping the ball to the corner. He's whipping he knows exactly where everybody is. He's getting a good shot whether he takes it or
not. Murray Jokic pick and roll where Gordon's on the baseline. It's like
nasty
when they run it 70% of the time. And Jokic does like the short roll and catches it like right around the free throw line, and then it's impossible to guard. It's literally impossible to guard if Jamal Murray's healthy and like is confidently stepping into shots. I don't know how. Yeah, it's incredible because then. If you bring help side, he'll whip it over to Porter, who's wide open. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope can shoot. Yeah, it's crazy. The Nuggets are so fun to watch.
But it's
I love watching the Nuggets.
It's a perfectly constructed team, and they've got one superstar, and they've built around their whole identity goes through him. And Murray's game is elevated by Jokic. Everybody's game is elevated by Jokic. It's not one of these teams that went out and got three superstars and says, "All right, y'all figure it out."
Yeah,
it's a team that says, "All right, we got this one guy. Who do we get to fit with this guy? Gordon, we got the dunker. We got Porter, who can do both. We got Murray, who's the shooter, and then you got some ancillary pieces that help."
It doesn't even feel like Jokic is like playing basketball at times. It feels like he's playing like a mix of water polo and handball. Like he doesn't.
A mix of water polo and handball.
Yeah,
I get that.
He's holding the ball like right here and just like doing one of like the cradle.
Yeah, the water
But-
polo guys will like just go like this nonstop,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And the pass that he
All
had
faking.
all the way down the court to Jamal Murray, he barely even got that in his hand before he ripped it. Like he
Oh,
had
yeah,
no
yeah.
possession of that whatsoever. It goes straight into his palm, and then immediately it's launched down the floor.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Jokic is good.
He's so fun to watch. He's
I just dropped
ridiculous.
a fucking take on you.
yeah.
I don't
Just-
usually agree with Brandon, but I think I'm gonna side with Brandon on that take.
It's just an insane pass.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. They're so fun, dude.
Yeah.
They are so fun to watch. I love them. I love Aaron Gordon too. I can't say enough about that guy. Like his my respect for him. Just like every time I watch the Nuggets play, it just goes up, 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 up. No, he's like he's perfect in his role, but he's also the buy-in is unbelievable. Like Aaron Gordon to me is a guy that I would point to if I was like a coach in the NBA and I had young guys on my team.
Mm-hmm.
I would point to him as like he was a 5-star recruit. He's
Yeah.
going to Arizona. He's a McDonald's All-American. He's got a ton of hype entering the league. Like not like he's going to be a LeBron type guy of that caliber, but like in basketball circles, he was a known commodity. Aaron Gordon was explosive as fuck and like had he's a guy who's told you're going to be an NBA star from the time he was like 12 years old probably.
Yeah.
And he goes to the Magic and he's like trying to be a lead guy, trying to be like the franchise guy, and he's the dunker and all that. And it's a story that's been told a million times about Aaron Gordon, but like the buy-in that he has with this franchise and with his teammates and everything else is just incredible, and it's so fun to watch. And I would just point to him and I'd be like, listen, you can come into the NBA and think that you're going to be a super duper star, and maybe you will, but as it turns out, like it's way more fun to be the third option, which like people talk about being the third option is like it's a slap in the face. Aaron Gordon is still in a position where like he can go get 30
Yeah.
if he wants.
Yeah.
If that's what the game dictates.
Being the third option on a great team is a fantastic.
It's
way to make a
incredible.
living, Yes.
It's so I would so much rather be Aaron Gordon than be
The best player on the Wizards.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, 100 times out of 100. And I think Aaron Gordon realizes that, and the more you play on good teams, the more contagious that is. Where you're like, dude, this is. I don't know. Like I know this isn't true. This is just me being naive. But like Aaron Gordon, watching him play, watching the reverence he has for Jokic, and like how happy he is to be in this situation, and how much he's buying in. You could lead me to believe that Aaron Gordon would play for like $1 million a year on this team. Like if he becomes a free agent, he's like, you know what, I'll take a massive pay cut just to stay on this team, which is not the case. But
Yeah.
I don't know. The perception of Aaron Gordon in when was he drafted? Like 14?
Yeah.
14? Till now, the last 10 years, it's been flipped on its head, and he's like the consummate teammate. And
Glue guy. Yeah.
yeah, I fucking love him. I can't get enough of watching Aaron Gordon. I love this entire Nuggets team.
Also, he got jobbed out of 2 dunk contests.
Yeah, he did.
2 of them.
He never won one, right?
Never won one.
That's
Said
crazy.
after the second, hey, the first one I could see giving to Levine. The second one was just crazy when they gave it to when Dwayne Wade gave it to his Heat teammate. That was
Crazy.
Do you think that's the greatest in contest dunk of all time? The under the butt,
Under the butt.
You know, the under
Yeah,
the-
I know the under the butt.
over the mascot under the butt.
Over the mascot under the butt.
That was pretty wild. It's
It's up there. Yeah,
it's got to be top 3 or top 5.
it's up there.
I'm a dunk contest guy. Sorry. Now,
What would you know about dunk contest?
well,
Shit about dunk contest.
here's the
What
thing.
makes you
Mark.
the dunk contest?
No. Listen, I understand. You look at me, and I'm 45, and I'm old, and I'm fat, and I'm rich. And I understand all of that, but there was a time I stared Dwayne Jefferson. He played in Greece. Stared him down, beat him. Dunk contest. 1997, West Point High
Wow.
School. Yeah,
It's incredible.
he played in Greece.
It's incredible.
Scored 26 against Michigan State in 2000.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you, man.
He played for Mississippi Valley State.
Ebo, is Karl Towns dumb? Is he just like the dumbest guy in the league? Why is he so dumb? I don't remember him being that dumb at Kentucky,
I like the way you say dumb.
but he seems really dumb when you watch him play basketball. You're like, he's in a. You put his highlight reel together, and you're like, this guy is one of the 10 best players in the league. To be that big and to have that ability to shoot and all that, but then you actually like watch full games of him and you're like, he's a fucking idiot out there.
Is he dumb?
He would
he
have
dumb?
awareness rating in Madden, which we always thought was bullshit, would be like a 50 probably, right?
Yeah.
Like-
Terrible awareness.
Yeah. No game sense, as the kids say.
Well, I also think part of the problem last night, A, Mike Conley not having his presence on the floor, but B, the Nuggets were just taking away Edwards' aggressiveness by doubling and just trying to get the ball out of his hands as much as possible. And it was on the rest of the T-Wolves to kind of do stuff that they weren't accustomed to doing. And it did make Cat look like an idiot in many cases.
Yeah, he's like so talented, but he just
Yeah.
like makes like dumb decisions. He's
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. He's so frustrating to watch at times.
But there was no engine yesterday, so he kind of had
And this is nothing new with him, I guess. This is like every time I watch him in the NBA, I feel that way. But like you catch him in spurts, you're like, holy shit, dude, Cat's going off. Like that's what like when the Timberwolves are rolling, it's because you have Anthony Edwards with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, that's a 1-2 punch when they're both playing at their peak. You're like, holy shit, these guys are awesome. And
Double
then,
Anthony.
yeah.
Not many teams can throw a double
Yeah,
Anthony.
double Anthony, yeah. That's two Anthonys. That's
Yeah.
double. I mean, the Lakers have just one.
That's right.
Yeah. That's twice the Anthonys.
Twice the Anthonys, yeah. Maybe the Knicks at one time could have done it. Did Greg Anthony and Carmelo Anthony ever go? I don't think they did.
No, I believe
Anthony Mason and Greg Anthony were on the same team, though.
That's double Anthony. That's a double Anthony. That's a
Yeah.
classic double Anthony.
Weren't Carmelo Anthony and Anthony Davis on the Lakers
Yep.
together at one point?
Yeah, that was a classic double Anthony
So
as
that
well.
was-
Yeah, but that was an age double Anthony.
Yeah, you're right. That's my bad.
It's okay.
So are Gobert? Are there people still like defending Gobert as being?
I think Jack Mack.
I think like with Wemby, with the emergence of Wemby, I think if you're someone who's like Gobert is a revolutionary defender, I think you can stop now, right? I think you can just stop. I think you can just be like,
Just stop.
you can just you're like, you know what? I was banging the drum for Gobert for a few years.
I was young.
I was young. I was stupid. I think I can just stop now. I don't need to do that anymore. We have Victor Wembanyama. I'll just go support him. I don't know. This was a contentious Defensive Player of the Year award, was it not?
Yeah, it's probably over from now on. I don't think he can. If Nuggets go ahead and finish him, and Jokic scores 40 again, I don't think Gobert can win another one.
There are a lot of Gobert defenders, though. There are a lot of people that are like, Gobert is the way he plays defense. And then I watch him. I'm like, he's a help side merchant. That's what he is. He's great at blocking shots from the help side.
Which is a good thing to have.
It's a good thing to have, but
Yeah.
that's not revolutionary. I don't ever watch Gobert and think I've never seen this shit before.
Yeah.
He's a tall guy that blocks shots. Like I'm not saying he's awful. And again, like you pointed out, like there are a lot of guys that have problems with Jokic. That's nothing new. But it's like, I don't know. There does seem to be in the last like 3 to 5 years, there's a contingent of people that has been arguing that Rudy Gobert is like a revolutionary defender.
Well, that's the problem.
You argue that?
Yeah, I've been.
Oh no!
You're in the contingent?
No wonder
Yeah.
you both so
No,
quiet.
I'm in the Gobert is a underrated player because I think the casual NBA fan undervalues defensive impact.
That's probably true, though.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Do I
I-
think he's one of the 5 best centers in the NBA, 10 best centers in the NBA? Probably not. But
I would
I do think he is like a catalyst to playing winning basketball during the regular season.
I doubt there's 10 better centers than Rudy.
I agree with that with the regular season. At a certain point, there has to be we have to acknowledge, like, time and time again, Rudy Gobert in the playoffs, whether it's his fault or not. And anytime you want to bring up the Clippers debacle, the Gobert defenders are like, well, the Jazz perimeter defenders weren't great, and that's why he was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. That's why he was just getting blown by and whatever else. But at a certain point, like, perception is reality, and we all watch the playoffs, and every year it's like Rudy Gobert is like he's got the look of just like, fuck, dude, I don't know what to do, and it just feels weird for a guy who's supposed to be a revolutionary defender to just have no answers time and time again in the playoffs. Right? Am I right? Am I right? Here's a question for the room. Am I right or wrong?
You are given a second option of being wrong?
Yeah, I could be wrong.
I'm gonna go right.
Do you feel that way when you like? Do you feel like there's
I
way too
don't
long
think
of a
I've-
list of like Rudy Gobert? Like you have way too many memories in your head of like watching a Rudy Gobert team in the playoffs, and you're like,
Well, I'm just gonna point out, like,
why
the,
is
the guys who have been known for their great defense, the Dennis Rodmans of the world, the Ben Wallaces, it goes on and on. I have been able to watch them, and they leap off the page a little bit more than Rudy Gobert jumps off the page.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean Rudy Gobert isn't a great defensive player. I'm sure he is. But, yeah, in these spots, you are facing the Jokic's of the world.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's
hurts.
not good. I'm saying what you just said, that I don't think he's special. I'll put it that way. I don't think he's special. I don't think Rudy Gobert.
He started COVID. So
He also started COVID. He gave Tom Hanks COVID, almost killed him.
The spin zone is he might have saved lives. He might have saved lives there.
whose
I'm
lives
going to
did
defend
he
Gobert
save
a
Tom
little
Hanks'
bit.
life?
No one was taking COVID seriously until he got it.
Because there wasn't any COVID.
There was no COVID.
He started COVID.
He started COVID. What does that mean? I mean,
He's-
that's
He saved lives.
It's a chicken egg. It's a chicken
Rudy
egg.
Gobert was born in a Chinese lab, right?
right.
This is the story.
Rudy Gobert's a bat.
And he started COVID.
It's a chicken egg.
Yeah.
What-
But he also saved people.
A chicken egg. What came first, Rudy Gobert or the COVID?
Hell of a question.
Think about it.
Sound the trumpets. It's horse racing time. So saddle up for action with DK Horse, an official DraftKings affiliate. Right now, new customers who download the DK Horse app can get a 100% deposit bonus up to $250. Just deposit $25 or more and complete the playthrough requirement. Wager on your favorite horses, then watch the races live right in the app. Download the DK Horse app now. New customers get a 100% deposit bonus up to $250 when they opt in with code Family. Only on the DK Horse app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Got to be 18 or over, 21 or over in certain states to open, access an account. And resident of state where DK Horse is available, eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. Must be at least 18 years or older. 21 years where applicable.
Mm-hmm.
Valid one per new customer. Minimum $25 deposit. Potential bonus amount equal to 100% of deposit after opt-in, up to $250. Deposit must be played through twice, and bonus is released in $25 increments. Wagers must settle within 7 days, exactly 168 hours, following opt-in to be eligible. Excludes show wagers. Once the playthrough requirement is met, bonus issued as withdrawable cash. Ends May 26,
Read that a little
2024
faster.
at 11:59
Speed
p.m. Eastern Time. See terms at www.dkhorse.com/bet/offer/details. Sponsored by DK, America's number one ranked horse betting app based on Sensor Tower's proprietary data models. The DK horse racing and betting app had the highest average rank among online horse racing and betting apps in the U.S. app stores March 29th through December 31st, 2023. Download the DK Horse app now. New customers get 100% deposit bonus up to $250 when they opt in with code
Family.
only on the DK Horse app. Now, we spent 30-something minutes wasting our time, 40 minutes wasting our time with the NBA. Let's get to the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark.
That's it. You sound like you were the way you were. Your inflection there sounded like you had more.
Put the camera on me, because I mean this when I say it. I mean this when I say it. This is your impression, right? Are you ready? I'm going to say it, Mark.
Do it.
I'm going to say it. Caitlin Clark.
Damn, dude. Damn.
I don't know, man.
Who fucking said
I
it?
don't fucking know.
Who
man.
said it? I did. I am the only one that has the balls to say it.
Clown take.
20 points. Early foul trouble. Missed a lot of shots. They lost to a better team. She had 10 turnovers.
Yeah.
10 turnovers. Which begs the question, would the Fever be better off with Brock Purdy?
Here's my question. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't know if I necessarily believe this, Brandon. Just putting this out into the middle of the room, and I'm letting whoever wants to take a piece. Go ahead, take a piece.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's there.
It's right here?
It's right here. You can take a piece if you want. When Diana,
question.
go ahead.
Is it like a pizza where I grab it, or is it like a pie where I have to use the thing? And then
You have to cut it. Yeah, and then slide.
it's not
it.
cut yet?
It's not cut. Well, it's cut, but it's like half cut.
Okay,
It's like
all right,
they,
all right.
they did a shitty job. They
All right.
just did
How
it
hot
once
is
over. It's not particularly hot.
Okay.
But
All right.
Here we go. When Diana Taurasi said that going from playing against a bunch of college players to then playing against the best players in the world in a span of a couple months would be a big step up, and that you should not expect Caitlin Clark to have the same historical impact on the game that she was having on the college game, where she was the greatest scorer in the history of the game, that perhaps she would not maintain that pace when she is now sharing a court with 9 other professional basketball players who have been doing this for a very, very long time and who are established in their careers. When Diana Taurasi said that, and as you remember, the entire fucking world killed her for it and said, "Who the fuck are you, Diana Taurasi?" And I was in the corner like, she's probably the best player I've ever seen. She's probably my GOAT, but you know. What if, and again, I don't know if I necessarily believe this, Brandon, what if Diana Taurasi was correct in that assessment that going from college to pro does have, in fact, a little bit of a learning curve, and that it might take a little bit of time, that if you're someone that was expecting Caitlin Clark to score 40 or 50 points every time she took a WNBA court, you need to have your expectations checked a little bit.
See this right here?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want it. I don't get that out of my face.
All right.
I am not eating.
All right, we'll just throw it in the garbage.
No,
well, you know what?
throw it in the garbage. No, put it in the freezer.
Oh,
We'll
save
keep
it for later. Okay.
Put it in the freezer because I don't think there was anybody that really doubted the validity of what Diana Taurasi was saying.
We
at the
saw
time.
different shit.
But
then.
the only
we saw different shit.
No.
saw.
The problem with me and why she said it was she only said it. She didn't say it like back in December. She said it when Caitlin Clark was either getting ready to or had just played UConn, and it came across as sour grapes. It came across. That's what it came across to me as then and now. Like also, Diana Taurasi.
Oh, a little trash talk. But Diana Taurasi was trash talking because her team was playing Caitlin Clark and the. That was you. That was my impression of you. Yeah, it probably was sour grapes, but I mean, if these were two guys,
what Diana Taurasi said was accurate. I mean, there is a learning curve and there is all that, but there were so many WNBA players that were stepping up and
yeah.
It did seem like gatekeeping, and it did seem like old heads trying to protect their spot because they didn't realize at the time that is she going to struggle? Yeah. Is she going to do this? Yeah. But her star power and her just coming into this league lifts that league up so much that we're now actually listening to what you have to say, and that wasn't the case a year ago.
Yeah. But I guess they would say you don't actually give a fuck about what I'm saying. Then
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree. I would agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Yes. Nobody cared about the league till she got there. That is a fact. And a lot of people watched last night that have never watched that league. And to constantly shit on her and throw arrows at her makes them look like sour grapes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know what?
You don't.
I put my plate out there now.
Oh, I don't want any of that shit.
Why you don't want none of that?
I don't want that shit, dude.
That's just delicious.
That looks
that's all
gross.
fried.
That looks gross. I don't want any of that. No, I think there were. I mean, I understand the frustration if you're in the WNBA and you're. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know if I care enough to go down this road.
You know what?
But I'm just.
Hey. I don't care.
You know, I don't care either. I don't care either. But here's a new segment.
Wait, we shook hands.
I know, but this is a segment on the show I'd like to call I don't care, but if I did, here's what I would think.
Okay. Good segment.
So I don't care.
It feels like you might care.
No, I don't. I just said I didn't. So that's how you know I don't. But if I was one of the greatest women's basketball players in the world.
You probably would be if you were a woman.
Yeah, I probably would be. There's still time. If I was one of the top 5, say, players in the world, and I have spent my entire life grinding to get to a point where I am in this field that I've chosen, I'm one of the 5 best in the world at it. And all anyone wanted to talk to me about was, are you excited for this kid that's going to enter the league and fuck all of you guys up?
Mm-hmm.
There might be a little part of me that's like, now hang on a second. We don't know for sure that that's going to happen. There might be some part of me that's like, no, I'm pretty good too. And until she comes into the league and actually does that, I don't know if I exactly want to crown her.
Maybe.
Again, I'm just serving.
And then listen, I don't care.
Just putting it out.
I don't care.
I don't believe that. I don't care. You know I don't care.
Since you said that, I don't care about it at all, but I would counter with this. That same player who's a top 5 superstar and everything and doesn't want to talk about the new hot thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And wants to, shoot, throw stones at her and all that stuff, but to protect their spot, that's fine. but that person needs to have a conversation with a financial consultant or a banker.
Yeah.
Because this new person is going to make the thing you've been trying to build forever way more lucrative
Okay.
and way more popular.
And-
shut the fuck up and make your money.
And that's a great point, and I don't care.
I don't
either way.
care. I don't care.
Do not give a fuck. Could not
And
give
get-
less of a fuck.
and
But
Get this out of here because I'm putting mine there.
what someone might say who did care in response to that is that in order to get that good, you have to have so much competitive fire. You have to be someone who looks at someone lined up across from you, and the idea of kumbaya and holding hands and let's like fucking sit around in a circle and rub each other's tummies and pat each other on the head and say how good we are.
Yeah.
That doesn't compute. If you're not wearing the same color as I am on the basketball court, I'm here to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So asking me to rewire my brain now just because a bunch of people on the internet like the girl who shoots deep shots.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
You know what?
Because
You care.
no,
You care. He
Connor,
cares.
Connor, can you pull the tape? I said I didn't care
He cares.
like 40 times. Is he not listening?
Hashtag
Brandon-
Mark cares.
He did say he.
I said I didn't care.
Evo.
What are we doing?
He presented it this thing called a hypothetical.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like if I cared.
That's the segment. That's the
Yeah.
segment we do on the show. Is I
Yeah.
don't care, but if I did, it's like OJ. If I did it,
Can I
We're
counter?
spend the rest of our lives finding the real carers. Yes.
Can I counter Caitlin Clark? With Sabrina Ionescu. How do you say her last name? Ionescu.
Not
You're
not
doing
like
great.
that.
Ionescu.
you're
There you
doing
go.
great.
Is Caitlin Clark just a usage merchant? Is she like a Luka situation?
Whoa,
Because Ionescu,
You know,
I've had it like 3 times.
Sabrina
Stewart.
Ayahuasca.
it's pronounced Stewart.
Call her Sabrina.
She was putting up like very similar numbers in college. Got the season cut short because of COVID. That Oregon team beat Team USA
Yeah.
in a scrimmage. Like she was very good, and maybe COVID robbed Rudy Gobert robbed her of being Caitlin Clark.
You know what? I think I got it. You ready for this? I think we're all right.
It sure
think
sounds
we're
like a
all
lot of care being thrown around in this room.
I know, but I think we all might be right. I think you're right. Caitlin Clark is.
Oh, hold on.
The league should be excited about her. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying you should roll with the opportunity. But also, Ebo, you're right that I think a lot of the players are like, we're pretty good, and there are more stars in this league than just one girl.
But
So
we're
I-
not
I
all
think-
right because Connor hasn't even said anything.
Yeah, Connor's wrong. Connor's definitively wrong. He hasn't even talked yet, but he's wrong. Connor, say
Connor, that's ridiculous.
Stewart.
Who's the New York Liberty?
best player? Yeah.
Best player.
It's Ionescu
It's-
and then Brianna.
Brianna something.
played at Connecticut. What's her name?
Brianna Stewart.
I'll hit you in the fucking face.
Brianna
Oh!
Brianna Stewart.
Why is he doing this, Brandon?
Who taught you this?
Nobody.
I got to
taught me.
talk to
You
whoever
gotta
taught
talk-
you.
Nobody
how to
taught
say
me
it.
this.
We have
It's
to have a
just-
sit down. We have to have a sit down.
Say egg.
Egg,
Milk.
milk.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you had any of the other.
No.
You're just gonna go through all the words?
The ones that are weird. I
Those
have
are
friends that say
wor-
milk. And
Those are
egg.
weird
Egg.
words.
Yeah, they are.
Egg is contentious.
Egg.
We have to have a sit down with whoever taught you this. An extended candlelit, multi-course meal sit down with
It was not
A one-on-one.
a one-on-one sit down with whoever taught you this.
It would have been a
Well done.
teacher of mine. I did have. Nah, I won't get into it.
Homeschooling.
No. I had some wonderful teachers, but
Bet you did.
yeah, they
Can
did me wrong.
we talk? Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Beard Guyz, step up your beard game and unleash your beast with Beard Guyz. Hair on your face is different from the hair on your body. Specific products are needed. We can speak to this. We're Beard Guyz.
Yeah, look
around the
at
room.
us.
Look around the room and all the Beard Guys in here.
Well, except for maybe Evo.
Yeah,
TJ, you're not.
I'm working on mine.
What? What?
Beard Guyz has products that wash, hydrate, and help to style your beard. Start your day off right with the 2-in-1 Wash and Tame, a wash and conditioner combo that is meant to cleanse and condition your beard. It even has a citrus scent, which smells delightful. Hydrate the beard with some beard oil. The beard oil helps soften and moisturize the beard and skin. It's so important. If you're someone out there with a beard, and you've had a beard for a long time, and you have a long beard, and it's itchy, and you're like, I like the beard, I like the way I look, but damn, it's so itchy. It's because you're not using beard oil, and you need to do that with Beard Guyz. Lock in the beard and style it with some matte styling clay. This product has kaolin clay. Kaolin?
Kaolin. I said kaolin because there's an O in there.
Kaolin.
Kaolin.
Kaolin Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
Kaolin Clay to help keep your beard in place and can be used for your hair as well. Whether you're a seasoned vet or a rookie beginning the bearded journey, Beard Guyz is the brand for your beard. You can find Beard Guyz at your local Walmart and Walgreens. Go get some Beard Guyz. And a lot of guys out there love growing the beard, and rightfully so. Beards are awesome. They
Yeah.
make you look great.
Make
but,
you look like men like us.
You gotta take care of them though. You can't just.
Mm-mm.
Too many guys are growing the beard out of laziness, and
Connor?
you shouldn't be just growing it out of laziness. You got to take care of it, man. Beard Guyz,
Be a man.
be a man.
Should we dive into this baby Gronk controversy?
What a sentence out of you, Brandon. Holy
Which
shit.
you gotta be a little more specific and
Okay.
also no,
Yeah, also
but we're going to.
no, but it seems like
So,
we're going to anyway.
There was a clip yesterday of a young player. I guess these guys are like 11, 12 now. I don't know how old they are. But there was this clip, a clip package put together of this kid just shutting him down and locking him down the line and saying, I got you locked down. Whatever. Give me that shit. Doing all this shit. Yeah. And he just dominates him for like 2 or 3 minutes. And that clip has just been retweeted 5 billion times. And then, yeah, this right here. So, just so fat. Just talking shit to him and dominating him the whole time, right? Now, the controversy comes in when apparently that was heavily edited, and there's other clips from the same event of Baby Gronk wearing this guy out.
Oh, really?
Of catching the ball, of going, and now
I will say those clips we just saw, like that doesn't really mean anything to me.
that was
like,
a 1 yard route where he pushed him once.
Yeah, but it didn't look like like the baby, like it didn't look like the white kid was like supposed to get that open or
Right.
whatever on that play.
Yeah. Now we all agree that Baby Gronk and his dad are the worst two people in America. But I think the people that are doing clips and saying, fuck you, we shut down Baby Gronk are just as bad. And the question is youth football and that level of youth football where they go into all these showcases doing 7-on-7,
It's so bad.
do they all fucking suck?
Yeah, and it makes you wonder if why people are platforming it at all. Like why are you putting a spotlight on this sort of behavior at all? Why spend any time highlighting it? It's kind of
Exactly.
fucking disgusting that
It
people are doing
is.
this.
It
Can we-
is.
Can we see the clip again?
Who would spotlight this shit?
This bullshit, yeah. Because even if you're someone that's like saying it's bad by showing it, you're now like, because there are probably people out there that like don't know that this is going on, and now you're even if you're someone that's like you're quote tweeting it, and you're like, this is disgusting. By quote tweeting it, you're now showing more people something that they maybe didn't even know existed, and you're just propagating this whatever this is.
Also,
And I think that's bad. So
this just isn't football. Like they do all this and they do it for the social clips, but they're not playing football.
keep going.
I'm just
No, keep going. You're this is good.
Also,
Like
he flipped from Ohio State to Michigan the other day.
Saw
by the
who
way.
did?
Yeah.
Baby
Baby
Gronk?
Gronk,
Maybe
yeah.
wrong.
I saw that.
Yeah, tough scene.
I think the funniest outcome is that Baby Gronk actually turns out to be like a very good football player, goes pro, and gives his dad $0. Right?
That would be fantastic.
I think that's the outcome because the only reason the dad's doing this is because like he wants to
Yeah.
be a millionaire through his son.
the most likely outcome is the kid goes ahead, he goes through puberty, and like he's 16 years old, he's 5'11" and never really plays competitive sports, and his dad kills himself.
Yeah, it's just a shitty situation all around, and
No.
I think highlighting it is
Yeah, it is. It's bad.
bad.
And it's not the kid's fault, it's the fucking dad's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. But I spotlighted to say as bad as his dad sucks, I think there are other dads. Like there's another dad that did the other clip.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. Is
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say.
Do you think it's getting worse, or do you think this has always been the case?
I
that
think
youth
it's
sports-
going. It's probably always.
'Cause
been the
I
case, but there's
remember a
never
lot
been
of
social-
shitty parents like but
But they didn't have social media.
didn't have social media.
Yeah. You couldn't like try to achieve national fame doing it. You just had to be a dick in your little circle.
Yeah, that's true. But the attitudes were still there. Like I
that's
I
always
remember
been there.
playing AAU every single game. There's like at least one parent going crazy in the stands.
I had a coach when I
That
was
like 20 years ago.
13 years old that they had to come over from the next town over because they'd been kicked out of that league. and he thought his son was the best, and he was just the worst piece of shit motherfucking coach I've ever had, and his son was a dickhead, and I hope they both have achieved financial ruin, and I want them to be in jail.
It probably is going to get worse though with NIL, because now the level you have to get to make life-changing money is a lot lower.
Yeah.
So the incentive to be a total fucking asshole to your kid to get a big payday,
is more attainable.
Is more attainable. Yeah, it's like right there. You don't have to get your kid a second contract in the NBA anymore to get him rich. You can just get him.
I personally
like a decent NIL deal at a
I think
Power 5 school.
You need to let these kids be kids. The fact this guy is parading him out there with that ridiculous haircut and talking all this shit and this fake persona is incredible. It's stupid. It's awful, and this guy needs to be punished, this dad. Anyway, I'd like to announce the launching of Tommy Walker's Twitch channel and his YouTube coming this summer to all social channels and whatnot. We'll be on the lookout for that.
Is it going to be on Roku?
It will be on Roku,
Okay.
yes. All applicable channels. It will be on everything. It'll be
Tubi.
on Tubi, Quibi.
Yeah,
Freevee.
what are the ones that come? Yeah, free preloaded. on
Aura.
your-
Oh, that's Pluto TV.
Yeah.
It'll be on Pluto TV. It'll be on, all that. Freevee is definitely one of them, right?
Yeah, Freevee's just Amazon though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Okay. Connor, were you about to say something real stupid?
No.
Oh.
Just congratulations to Tommy. Although, do you guys look back at LeVar Ball differently now or no?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
Just curious.
Why? Because his kid, because he.
Well, just because like it did for the most part pan out, and now we're seeing a bunch of stuff. Now, I mean, LeVar Ball was to an extreme extent, but still,
This guy's worse than LeVar Ball ever was.
You think so?
Have you seen the clip of no, do not pull it up. You seen the clip of him walking him through an interview?
Like force feeding him
and
lines
stopping
and
the interview and saying, all right, instead of that, say this.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
God damn, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
He made his 9-year-old do money spreads.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead of that, Ebo, say he's really terrible to his 9-year-old, just in the search of personal gain.
He is leveraging his youth for personal gain.
Good. Okay.
He's living vicariously through his son. Can you? Yeah. I never really understood that phrase.
Vicariously?
Vicariously through.
It seems like an awful big word for just a small little.
But you also have to have the through, right? Attached
Yeah,
to it.
you do. Yeah.
It's just a lot of.
So you could just
It's a
get rid
lot
of the
of-
word. Living through your son and living vicariously through your son are the same thing.
It's pretty much the same thing.
So
You only need
vicariously
it-
is just
yeah.
there for nothing.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah. I think about it often. Every time I hear that
Fuck.
phrase, I'm like, bad phrase. It's not a good phrase.
You could lose what 9-10 letters in that sentence and be
Yeah.
just fine.
Yeah.
I'll add it to the big words list though. That will.
Oh,
be at
okay,
the end of the
yeah.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a word we don't want to use. We might try to strike this word.
I guess. But at the very we already brought it up,
I did already bring it up.
so you might as well just put it on the list.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not the list. You're the list guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it on the list.
How's the bank coming, Ebo?
Interest rates are high, so we're paying back, but the bank's ready. You know, we're giving you good return on your money. Would you like to purchase a certificate of deposit at the bank?
What's he doing?
I'm being a banker. You wanted me to be a
Guys,
banker.
I didn't know you were gonna do that.
Like,
What's going on?
Can I interest you in a predatory loan on your car payment?
What's going on this couch over here? There's a Bob Baffert horse that's not racing the Preakness.
Yeah, it got scratched.
Oh, I bet that felt good. I bet that felt good on the horse getting scratched. Where did they scratch him?
Guys, where did they scratch him?
I don't know. From the race?
What happened? What happened to this horse?
I mean-
Did they kill him, or did they just scratch him?
They just scratched him.
Okay.
He's not dead.
And why was he scratched? Because he was ingesting too many steroids from Bob Baffert.
I'm not exactly sure.
Overdosed on horse steroids.
Have y'all ever really thought about itches?
God damn it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
They're pretty crazy.
Wait, get the Seinfeld music.
Oh,
Get the
no.
Seinfeld music.
Oh no.
They're-
Oh no.
Get the Seinfeld music.
I'm just saying. Have you guys ever really thought about itches? I mean, you're going along in your daily life. Your brain's doing one thing. Your hands are doing another. Your feet might be doing another. And all of a sudden, this little spot on your body, it requires immediate attention. And you have to stop everything you're doing. And you take another part of your body and you apply it to that part of your body. And then everything's all right. Who told the itch to itch? Who told the itch to itch?
How do you do like a laugh track? It's hard for one person to do a laugh track.
Y'all want to work on a laugh track? Let's build our own laugh track right now. All right. Now, two people have kissed.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. And now somebody has said something very sweet.
Aww.
That was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And now Blutman has walked into the room.
Doug Gottlieb is a head basketball coach in Division I college.
Yeah, I've got to know what do you think about that?
Very surprised. So my stance on Doug Gottlieb is I'm as middle as it gets. I'm as I know Doug personally. He's not a bad guy. He's got some out there opinions from time to time. I do think that he'll put stuff on Twitter that people will kill him for it, and if it was anybody else tweeting it, I don't think people would kill him for it. I think it would spark like an actual discussion. Great example. And again, I don't care. I do not care about Caitlin Clark at all. But he got killed for the Caitlin Clark like shooting mechanics thing. If anyone else says that, I don't think they kill him. But Doug Gottlieb, he's just very easy to pile on. So like there are times where I'm like, Doug's getting a unfair shake here.
Yeah.
But then there are other times where I'm like, Doug, you brought this upon yourself, buddy, and I'm not going to defend you. Anyway, Doug is so people are killing him and saying like he's not a great. I think he knows the game well, and I think he knows X's and O's. I think it's an insane hire though, and I'm shocked that he wanted to take. He's been toying with like being a coach for a while. Every time Oklahoma State comes open, he throws his hat in the ring and he's like, hire me, and he believes that he's very close to getting the job. And I don't know how close he's ever actually gotten, but I don't think this is just like this is not like a meme. This is not like a play for like radio content. I think he's like genuinely interested in coaching. I'm just stunned that he's from Southern California. I think he was born in Wisconsin though. I think he's got like some ties to Wisconsin, but he's from Southern California. He lives in Orange County. He works in LA. He's got like the cushiest radio job ever. I've been on a show one time and I saw how he operates and I was like, dude, you have the greatest setup of all time. Like he drives in, he does his radio show, he goes home, and that's like and then he goes to the beach in Orange County or some shit. So I was stunned by him. His foray into coaching is going to Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's leaving it all behind to make. Do we know his contract terms?
You would have expected
probably like $200,000, which is not. $200,000 is a lot of money, but like I imagine he's making close to that or more than that already.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like stunned by it. I was stunned that they would want to do that, but I also think that people are like, Doug Gottlieb's a fucking bozo that doesn't know ball. I don't think that's fair either. I think he is actually he knows the game, and I think as far as X's and O's go, he will be fine. It's the rest of it he's going to struggle at, and I don't think this is going to work. No.
Well, I mean, this is happening with more regularity. Trent Dilfer got the UAB job from the announce booth. It's happening. Now, I would question the decision-making of leaving a nice, cushy job and a house in L.A. to move to the Midwest for a program that's not established yet. That seems questionable decision-making at best. But you know what?
Very reckless, very short-sighted.
Didn't really think that one through, I don't think.
No. Because he might be working under the assumption that he'll bump into celebrities in Green Bay. They do have an NFL franchise.
Yeah.
But
you think that's actually going to happen?
No, not at the frequency he's currently bumping.
I mean, at the end of the day, before he meets celebrities, he might have to piss himself or something up in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. He's going to keep his show though. I love that.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's going to keep his show. Yeah, that was.
But
he kind of. But the other part I don't love is that he kind of just stole my shit. I mean, this was my pitch for Chicago State. Excuse me. I got
Yeah,
the
but
burps.
if
Chicago State was open like 5 years ago, and I said I wanted the job. I was going to take the job for, I think I said $100,000,
yeah,
and I was going to donate $50,000 to charity, which was, I think, a genius move. I think putting it on Chicago State to do, you know what I mean? Like doing it that way, where it's like, if you don't hire me, you're saying fuck these kids. But then I said I wanted to keep the podcast going. I wanted to keep my media career, which I thought would be a plus, and I thought it would help shine a light on Chicago State. This was my whole plan. I had a bunch of bullet points to my plan. They never returned my phone calls, and then now Doug Gottlieb is basically taking my entire plan and applying it to Green Bay.
but if it works, I just eboed. If it works, and he does well, you might be the next man
yeah,
up.
that's true. I could be next man up.
So get ready.
Chicago State is open right now. Yeah.
It's probably not good that it's open in May.
No. I mean, maybe they hired a guy. I mean, that's also like a job that like they would hire someone and you just wouldn't hear about it. But actually, I would, because people would.
They would hire somebody and not tell anybody.
People would tag me that they should have hired me instead. I want the Chicago State job still. Yeah, I would do it. And
All right.
I would.
Good.
I would make the
Would you
NCAA
leave this show, or would you?
I would keep doing everything I do here. We would practice in the afternoons. I would do it for.
Practice here?
We could practice here, yeah. I would do it for $100,000 salary, which I will donate 100% of it to local charities.
Wow,
on the south side of Chicago.
See, that's an incredible dude.
Yep, I will donate 100% of my. I'll work for $1, but I want on the books that I'm working for $100,000, so then I can donate it to charity and I can get the credit, and so Chicago State doesn't get the credit. I get the credit.
But sounds like it's on Chicago State right now, because if they do pay that money, it's going right to charity.
It's going right to charity.
Yeah. So
you're
they know where
pumping
it's going.
$100,000 into local charities to build the community.
$100,000 a year.
$100,000 a year. My other thing is that we will make the NCAA tournament year one, or I will resign. So it's like a no risk thing. I promise you. You can get that in writing. You can give me a 1-year
So
contract.
basically, what you just said, if you're going to try for a year, if it's too hard, you're going to quit.
Is that what I said? I don't think that's what I said.
Not
I said
at all.
I guarantee that I will make the NCAA tournament, and if I don't, I'll resign, which is me putting my entire fucking job on the line, Brandon. I'm coaching for my job.
But you're not even making any money. Well,
Brandon, if I don't make the NCAA tournament, the local kids are going to be fucked. They're not going to get.
So now you're putting it on committee?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Yes, dude.
I apologize.
Yes, we're going to make the tournament. And yeah, I'm going to have celebrities at the game. We're going to blow this thing out. It'll be great. We'll get like a celebrity row. I'm going to have every courtside seat. You have to have clout to sit courtside. That's my rule.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have clout. If you don't have clout, get out.
And
That's our saying.
Is that Jane Lynch at a Chicago State basketball game?
If you don't have clout, get out.
Anyway,
it's gonna be a disaster. I can't believe Doug did it, but
I like Doug.
I do like Doug, and I think he knows basketball. So
I think he's a guy that is trendy for people on Twitter not to like. And I don't really know why. I know, whatever, but I like him. I think he's got good opinions, and generally, when he does say something I don't like, which he said last week, I went back at him on Twitter and we just discussed it.
He's his problem is he's a little smug, and that just rubs people the wrong way.
That's a college basketball coach, so it should be fine.
Yeah, the actual content, the actual things that come out of his mouth, I'd say he has like a 60% hit rate for me.
It's pretty good.
So it's not. Yeah, it's like I don't think he's.
He'd be a Hall of Famer in baseball.
His delivery is bad, and then also he stole credit cards once upon a time.
That
and he put his shorts on backwards at Allen Fieldhouse.
motherfucker.
Yeah, like a fucking idiot.
Perry Ellis, work ready, play ready. Perry Ellis, always ready, like Matt Cardona. Perry Ellis is an iconic American fashion and lifestyle brand with global reach that includes a full range of categories spanning sportswear, fragrance, watches, footwear, and more, designed with real life in mind so it moves better, it cleans easier, it travels well, and it goes the distance. Perry Ellis is versatile, optimistic, fresh, effortless, and inclusive. Made for today's modern man, this versatile lifestyle collection of American sportswear marries design and performance with product attributes including four-way stretch, resist spill, machine washable, and many more. Perry Ellis allows our guy to be ready for any situation, travel well, and go the distance. Shop now at perryellis.com. Shop now at perryellis.com. What do I want to do next?
There's some breaking news in football, college football.
What?
It's not that significant.
I didn't hear
but
the breaking news music. What if it doesn't require the breaking news music?
It doesn't. It's not
Okay.
So it's just news. It's not breaking.
So just say
It's like-
breaking.
breaking.
Okay.
Virginia and NC State, even though they are conference rivals, have scheduled a non-conference game home and home for next season and then 2 seasons after that, which is significant because we could be seeing out-of-conference college football maybe taking a shift away from playing G5s and FCS.
Is he done, Brandon?
I think he's done, but he is right.
It's a small domino, but it
he's
could
right.
be a significant domino.
He's right. It could be these teams starting to kind of gather their things and put them in the suitcase to move away from the G5s and all that stuff.
You're saying Virginia football has made a move that's going to change everything
I
about
I
college
think
football,
they're the teams that made the moves, but I doubt they're making I bet this will become more commonplace is what I think. Also, the ACC's been going through this thing now. I forget. I think Dave Clawson said it, where he's like, "We got to stop playing road games at these other Power 5 teams because no other conference does it."
Yeah.
So I think they're starting to fight against that too.
Well, I believe North Carolina has a bill either in like their state senate or House of Representatives or something that is going to require major universities to play once a year against in-school or in-state G5 schools.
Yeah.
So like North Carolina will have to play App State or Charlotte in football.
Again, what is going to happen is, and I don't know if I'll be alive to see it, what is going to happen is that these governments are going to step in and say, the University of Virginia, you're a public school, you use public money to operate. Because of that, we are going to mandate that you do XYZ. And the Virginias of the world, the Ohio States, the Alabamas, the Georgias, the public schools are going to say, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
We are no longer our football team has nothing to do with the school anymore, and I think that's going to happen at some point. I think the football teams and the basketball teams are just going to have nothing to do with the schools anymore. They're not going to go to class. They're just going to be names on a jersey.
Very possibly.
I don't. So what's going on? They're playing.
They're scheduling non-conference games against conference opponents.
Oh.
So
They're boxing out the small schools.
You can go back to sleep if you'd like.
Yeah. They're boxing out the small schools.
That's what they're doing.
Who saw that coming?
Everybody.
Yeah.
But it is happening. We'll
Yeah.
still talk about it.
Yeah.
Tom Brady says he wouldn't have done the roast if he knew how it would affect
Now
his
that's
kids.
a topic. Now we're talking.
Now.
This is better than NC State and Virginia.
So Tom Brady
Football.
says he wouldn't have done the roast if he knew how it would affect his kids. So this is my thing about that roast in particular, and I guess it's been like those roasts for a while. Back in the old ones, the Don Rickles roast, the Johnny Carson roast, back in the day, the ones you see on TV commercials late at night, they would come out there and they would do some insults, but they would also just do jokes. They would do jokes about, this guy, he's bad with his money, and then do a cheap joke or something like that. Now the roast is all, hey, Tom, you're stupid as fuck and your ex-wife's a whore.
yeah.
Like-
Good joke, though. Good joke.
Eh,
Funny.
it's just that I think roasts have gotten a lot more it's just the meanest possible thing you can say to a person and laugh about it. No? Nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right, yeah.
Okay.
But I also think Tom Brady's full of shit.
He is
I think
full
Tom
of shit.
Brady
He's
knew
always full of shit.
I think Tom Brady knew exactly what he was stepping into.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually means that he feels bad for his kids. I think he's just kind of like, I don't know, fishing for compliments or something. He wants
Mhm.
everyone to be like, "Oh, Tom, we're sorry." Or
I
I think he's trying to smooth things over with what's his ex-wife's name?
Giselle.
Giselle.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's just damage control. I think that's what he's doing.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he knew exactly what he was stepping into.
You think that's just the answer to her, really? Look, if I'd have known it was going to affect the kids, I wouldn't have done it. But
Or-
he's saying it to the press.
Yeah, he's saying that to her. Yeah, and also I think he waited till the check cashed,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second he did that, he's like, "I didn't want to do that shit.
Oh,
I
that's crazy.
hated
yeah.
that shit.
I didn't
hated all that
even
shit.
know.
Yeah, I didn't know they were gonna do that. I thought it was a toast of me. I didn't know it was a roast.
I thought we were doing marshmallows.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like I miss the Norm anti-roast.
for the birds and stuff like that.
The Bob Saget one.
Yeah.
I miss like guys that think outside the box with roast.
Yeah,
But I still like roast.
I like them, but they are just absolutely daggers now. They're not really.
Yeah.
There's no.
You gotta raise the bar, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta every time you do it, you gotta raise the bar. You gotta people want to see shit they've never seen before.
This
Hear
guy over
jokes
here?
they've never heard before.
He's Jewish, and that's a roast joke in 2024.
Brandon Walker's here. Brandon's a fat fucking piece of shit. Am I right? That's kind of how it goes.
Did you want our laugh track there?
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
That would be fun.
Connor Griffin's here.
So,
His mom.
someone should do that at a roast.
What?
Just say, there aren't even jokes. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. Connor Griffin's here. What a dumb fucking piece of shit that guy is.
Ooh.
And everyone's like, it's so true. It's true. It's so true. And then the people that like the Gronks of the world that like want to be in on the joke but don't really know what the joke is.
Yeah.
They're just like cackling. They're like, oh my god, it's so true.
There's always, and Gronk was it for this roast. There's always the guy at the roast that everybody's laughing. He laughs too and looks to his left and his right to see if anybody knows he doesn't get it.
I love the people that are getting jokes made at their expense and they're overcompensating because
Yeah.
they don't want to come across as like butthurt about the jokes.
Yeah.
So they're just like they haven't even said the joke yet. They're just Bert Kreischer's here.
Bert Kreischer, yeah.
He's like, oh god, that's so good. You got me.
Stand up.
You fucking got me. It's like, Bert, we haven't even said the joke yet. He's like, you fucking got me. God damn it, you got me. How do you do it? That's so good. You're so good.
Oh,
Nick had a joke on the Yak yesterday that I didn't get until like 8 o'clock last night.
he does that from time to time.
And I was watching back the clips because I was editing. I was like, oh my god, I just now get
What
the
was
joke. It was at the very beginning of the episode where he said that Mark was tardy.
Oh,
Or
the
you said that
tardy
Mark was
joke?
tardy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get that joke?
I didn't get it. Well, whatever. I didn't.
That was fucking amazing.
I didn't get the joke until like 8 o'clock at night, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, now I get it. It was very funny. But it was like a light bulb in my head.
Yeah.
Kate fucking roasted your ass.
Oh, dude, she did.
Dude, what a roast.
You're not talking about a roast.
Diabetes.
Should
had
we do a
ass.
roast on this show?
Yeah, probably.
Spin the horses to see who gets roasted?
But I think we should spin the horses privately and not tell anybody who, or just show up one day and just do it.
And just roast the shit out of somebody.
And wear tuxedos.
I'm down. As long as it's not me, I'm down.
Get Jeff Ross.
It's a great-
Jeff Ross.
as long as, yeah.
If we can get Jeff Ross here, you think?
I mean, I think
I think if you say the word roast 3 times, then
I think he
That's
should
true.
show up.
That's true.
Jeff Ross walks in and says, "So Jeff Ross is here." About himself.
Are the Phillies real? They're the first team
Yeah,
to
yeah,
30
true.
wins.
They play in Philadelphia.
They played a bad schedule, but still, 30 wins is 30 wins.
Not just a bad schedule, Brandon. The worst schedule.
The worst schedule.
Now, granted, you can't play yourself. So
Connor,
it's
I'm not
just your
talking to you. I'm
schedule,
talking to
but-
Evo and I'm talking to Mark. Are the Phillies real? I mean, they're still, even if they played the worst schedule, they're still a good team, right?
Yeah, and then I'm sure, like, once they face the challenges that are going to be in their schedule eventually, they'll battle through them like good teams do.
All right,
Once the dog days of summer hit, when
Mhm.
are the dog days?
August.
It's
I
August.
think it's August.
They got to get Big Dom on the sideline, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
dugout.
when the dog days come around, maybe they'll have a slump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll be lucky if they hit their weight in the dog days of August. That was a quote about Dave Justice in Moneyball.
Yeah.
The 5 best teams in Major League Baseball: the Dodgers, the Braves, the Phillies, the
Orioles, Yankees.
Orioles, Yankees.
Yeah.
And then I'd put Guardians right there, probably.
Guardians
Guardians are
would
up
be
there.
6th. Okay.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are problem.
It's the Dodgers and everybody else.
Yeah.
Dodgers and Phillies 1 and 2 and run differential.
If the Dodgers fucked this up, it would be, but it would be hilarious. But then they'll just come back next
They
year.
do fuck it up a lot.
I
though.
know.
Next year they're going to have Ohtani, Glasnow, and this.
They've been good for a
guy
while.
Stone or whatever.
But like, if they don't win the World Series, it's going to be a beautiful day for everyone else in baseball. They're just everyone's gonna laugh their ass off, fire off jokes left and right, and we're all going to enjoy it. But they're just gonna come back next year and be just as good.
But they're
never going away.
They've been the
like-
best team in baseball for 10 years, and they've won 1 COVID title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've only won
true.
the 1.
against the Rays, so that doesn't even count.
In Texas. Isn't that where they played it?
Any World Series won against the Rays/Devil Rays does not count.
I agree. Anybody that beats the Rays in a World Series, you shouldn't even fly that flag.
No, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
to celebrate
that's
that.
awful.
But what I'm saying, Brandon, is the when you are so good and you don't win the World Series, part of what makes that fun and funny is that you only had this big of a window and you fucked it up in your window. The Dodgers window is open forever. It'll always be open.
It is a
so
forever
it's like
window.
they can lose the next 10 World Series in a row, and it's like, I mean, it is funny and they are choking, but like part of the fun of pointing and laughing at the chokers is like, that's it, you're done. Your time in the sun is over. Get out of here. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be around forever.
How do they just keep having the best players every year?
Money.
They go out and
I
get them.
think it's money. I think it's money. I think it's yeah, it's money. It's Los Angeles.
Money can buy.
The appeal of living in Los Angeles, I would say.
Yeah.
The appeal of hey, good baseball player, would you like to make a shit fuck ton of money,
Play in
which is
an
more than
awesome
a fuck ton of
stadium.
money, and also just hang out in LA throughout the year? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Mm-hmm.
The state will take half of it, but you get to. It's going to be 75 degrees.
Yeah. The state will take half of it.
We sure do talk about living in LA a lot.
I love LA. You like that song?
No,
Yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah, L.A. rocks. L.A. rocks.
that doesn't seem.
The,
California.
that's the Drew Carey show.
California.
I know California Love. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming.
It's a great walk-up song.
As soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing Hoochie screaming.
Fiending for money and alcohol.
The life of
This
a,
is risky.
well,
Yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
I always
All right.
Are you going to eat it?
no, but growing up where I did, we would replace West Side with West Point,
Oh,
Oh.
shit, dude.
and that's how we were living. So
And
pretty
rest,
good.
And the
That's
rest of
it.
the words would stay the same.
That's
there's not any. I'm not gonna do a rap lyric. California Love's pretty okay.
California Love's good, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What do you think Tupac meant and hit him up when he said?
I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Yeah, when he said I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. What do you think he meant by that? Because a
I
lot
think
of
he
a
was
lot of times like rap music is art, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of layers to the lyrics and stuff.
I think he was exposing the societal norms of the time, both at the time and then looking forward into the future. When
Yeah.
he said, I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker, he really opened, he pointed the finger at an open wound of society and let us see the plight of the young man back in the 90s.
Yeah, I think so. Touched on race a little bit.
Yeah, and I think he might have
Socioeconomics.
meant he had sex with the fat guy's wife.
What?
Yeah, like I said, there are layers to it. Yeah. I didn't even consider that one. NIL documents,
I don't
want
want
house settlement terms.
That's boring. That's boring. The fact that this is on the silly sheet is crazy.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
Including damages of billions of millions of rev share projections, lose in court, NCAA estimate billions of damages, a figure necessitate filing for bankruptcy, documents reveal unpublished details of annual revenue sharing cap that schools are permitted to distribute to athletes. Cap is average of power of 22%. Power, conference schools, media rights, ticket sales, sponsorships. These documents were sent to presidents to detail the House settlement terms, including the damages of $2.776 billion of 21 million authorized projections. Now, if these projections lose in court, the NCAA conferences estimate that they pay as much as $20 billion in damages, a figure that they would have to then file for bankruptcy. Now, if they file for bankruptcy, this calls into question whether now the statute 2117 says that if they file for bankruptcy, what you can do.
That's a good NPR voice.
That is outrageous, Ebo.
I thought we could spark a good discussion about NIL.
No, you
and
didn't.
Potentially
No, you
bankrupting the NCAA.
New segment. Who gives a fuck?
I'll start. Who gives a fuck?
I didn't know we
today's-
weren't doing college football in the show.
We're not doing silly. We're not doing silly.
Dude,
Connor says there's a
Thank
buffalo.
God he said Stewart.
He said there's a buffalo on the loose.
There's
Can I
there's
get
a
one
bison on the
animal
loose
story?
In Wisconsin.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
There's
What
a
happened?
bison on the loose in Wisconsin.
Now we're fucking
right now? Right now.
Where?
Yeah, Wisconsin Highway. Here, I'll find it.
All right. This is.
Do we have a live cam?
Take notes, Ebo. Take notes. And if this, Connor, I swear to God, if this bison is not on the loose, and if this is,
I saw a headline. Bison spotted wandering loose on. Oh, this is a big bison. There it is.
that's almost certainly a stock
That's just
bison.
a bison. That's just
That's a stock bison.
No, I think
Every
that's
bison's big.
I think that's a Wisconsin highway in the background.
Like this. Look at this guy.
Boat concealed by photorealist.
No, the guy.
Oh.
What about him?
What's that picture?
It's a picture.
There's a lot going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Hooper?
Guys, we're getting off track. Hold
on.
Bison. guys, there's a bison on the loose.
All right.
Oh,
no. Okay. But the buffalo has been spotted on County Highway E north of Ogdensburg. Use caution when driving on the roadway in the area. If you see the buffalo, do not approach it as they are unpredictable, and report the location to the Waupaca County Sheriff's Office at that number. Okay. Yeah, they can't decide. That's all right. Let's talk. That's a stock buffalo, Connor. You think that's the buffalo?
You think that's the actual?
There's no highway in the background.
Yeah.
Do a reverse image search of that buffalo.
Yeah.
How you do that?
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's he doing? Wizardry?
Wow. Whoa.
Oh, no
All right.
exact matches. All right.
All right. Maybe that's the buffalo or bison. What's the difference? Buffalo are bison you make burgers out of.
Buffalo are the women and bison are the men. Right?
Buffalo you make wings out of. Bison you make burgers out of.
Correct.
Yeah.
What was a Tatanka?
That was the Native American word in the movie Dances with Wolves for buffalo.
Was it buffalo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Good movie.
Yeah,
really good movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah, but it was a long time ago. But I just like the word Tatanka. So.
It was also a wrestler in the WWF in the early 90s.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
There was a wrestler who came up on my TikTok feed earlier.
Who was it?
I think his name's Invincible.
Yeah, he's gone viral.
On the independent scene, where he's just going to rings with like 10 people in the crowd, and they're all like elderly people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm rooting for this guy because he treats every single entrance like it's like the biggest entrance of his life and the biggest match of his life and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then he walks into a crowd of like 10 people, and you feel bad, but at the same time, he loves it, and he's trying to like work up the ladder and everything. So, yeah.
Big entrance. Okay, here he goes.
Like there's people, there's like one dude booing him in the crowd.
No, but this is what they do.
No, this is awesome.
They try to work their way up.
No, he's treating it like he's in a sold out Madison Square Garden.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
which
great.
is what I love about it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, man.
He initially went viral because people were like, "Oh, he looks like Andrew Tate."
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I mean, he's obviously just trying to be Goldberg. I don't know if you need to do all that. No, and you also got to jump into the ring. I hate when they just walk into the ring. Just jump into the ring like a man.
Yeah.
Who's his opponent?
I don't know.
I've been at a show like that.
But he posts a lot of his entrances.
Is this the elementary school?
I don't. Invincible.
Oh, there's even less people here.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are fun to go to. We should find one to go to.
You still a wrestling manager?
Yeah, I mean, Big Trouble Ben Bishop's kind of gone his own way. He's in Atlanta, and I'm in Chicago, so it's hard to do anything with him. But I have been reached out to by a bunch of little small independents in Chicago. We could go to one.
I got to see or invite. I got to see.
I don't know if you'll be able to handle an or invite show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, your tummy will hurt.
Yeah. Actually,
I gotta. This is making me nauseous.
Do you think if we go to an or invite show, he would use like Ebo as a weapon?
Just pick Ebo up.
just
swing him around his head.
hit somebody with Ebo. I do want.
I'd be down. I'd be down to be a weapon.
Yeah.
I do want to send Oren. Look around the studio. What do you want as a weapon? We gotta send you something that you can use to hit somebody with.
What about a baseball bat?
That's a little bit much,
It's
right?
not even ours. This is.
That's
Big
not-
Guyz.
how'd that
I don't
get
know
in
why we have this, but
I brought it in here for opening day and just never put it back.
maybe. I don't know.
the Dale clock, right here.
Oh, the Dale clock or the Mr. Egg clock? I guess
Yeah.
the Dale clock would actually hurt.
Yeah, the Dale clock.
What if he broke?
See the
some-
Dale? You see Dale documentary
it?
coming
Yeah,
next year?
Saw that.
4-part Amazon
Did you see the
documentary.
There's
Oh,
gonna
the
be
Joe, the Namath. The Namath would be good. We haven't. Namath is kind of. I haven't called Namath a dumb
any of the
bitch in a
art
while.
pieces. Having him smash this over somebody's head might be funny.
well, he might do it.
That would be funny.
Also, there's going to be did you see the announced 30 for 30s?
Yeah, which haven't they already done 30 films from?
Yeah, that was the whole point. 30,
Yeah.
30 films for 30
Also,
years.
2 of them.
They've done like 1,000.
I haven't watched a 30 for 30 in 10 years.
What happened in the game I love? We're doing
Dude
Yeah.
Perfect.
Dude
and
Perfect and FaZe
Clan.
Clan. What happened
Oh
in the
my
game I
God.
love?
Oh, wait.
Man.
A
They're
Dude Perfect.
doing that?
I feel that way about ESPN in general, dude. I was watching SportsCenter the other day.
It's not
and
SportsCenter
It's
anymore.
not SportsCenter anymore. They got like dudes. Dudes are just like I don't know.
They're just talking too much.
Yeah, and they're trying to be like the who was the black guy that used to have like the booyah?
Stewart Scott. God damn it. Sorry. Fuck. I didn't realize. I thought you were actually having that conversation.
You thought I didn't remember who Stewart Scott was, Brandon?
Yeah, I did because it was
I'm double insulted. One, because you fucked up the chance to get Connor to
It
say
was
Stewart
so-
naturally. It was going to happen
so well
naturally.
integrated into the conversation.
Number two, that you think that I'm so stupid.
It was
that I
so
would
well
remember-
integrated in the conversation. I thought it just felt like a natural conversation.
You thought it was plausible that I would forget.
yeah,
Stewart Scott was.
I did.
You have zero respect for me. I'm less upset about you stepping on the Connor bit I was trying to do, and more that you thought it was completely realistic that I would forget, that I would just go, oh yeah, the
You know
the
you
black
can't
guy-
dangle. I can't think of something in front of Brandon Walker. You know that. That's who I am. I have to be the guy with the answer.
That was gonna be a perfect end of the show too.
You want to rewind? You want to go back?
Yeah, but now he knows it's coming, and now I wanted to get Connor to just in the flow naturally say Stewart Scott, and we were all gonna laugh, and I was gonna say that's the show. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
So now we're stuck here forever.
Now we're stuck here forever, and now we have to delay the show until we can get Connor to naturally say Stewart. But now he knows it's gonna be. Now he knows it's coming. And it's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
It's going to take a while. We might as well just turn on Stuart Little and just watch it.
Goodbye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
That's how Paul is done.
Booyah.
Booyah.
Stort.